first saw you on a Sunday morning, walking back from that little church on Miller Road. The old oak threw its shadow across the grass, and for some reason you stopped and smiled at me. Your father knew my father. That's how small this town has always been. By sunset we were sitting beneath those branches, talking like we'd known each other all our lives. Beneath the old oak tree, that's where our story learned to breathe. Seasons came and seasons went, but some things never leave. If these roots could speak, Lord, what a song they'd sing about two young hearts beneath the old oak tree. I carved our initials there one summer. You said we'd laugh about it when our hair turned gray. Well, you were right about most things, and I still run my hand across that weathered bark today. The children used to play there after supper, fireflies dancing all around their feet. You'd call them in before the night got colder, while I stayed behind just listening to the leaves. Beneath the old oak tree, we built a life so quietly. Nothing grand, nothing the world would write about, just you and me. And if love leaves anything behind, it lives in simple things, like the memories we planted beneath the old oak tree. Now the house is different, the old white fence is gone. Most of the folks we grew up with have moved away or moved on. But every time I come back here, the wind still knows your name, and somehow that old oak has remained exactly the same. Beneath the old oak tree, I still feel you next to me, and every autumn leaf that falls, and every springtime breeze. One day when my road is done and the evening light grows dim, I hope they'll lay me down nearby, where our story first began. Beneath the old oak tree. Summer fair rolled into town on the first Friday after school let out. Kids ran wild beneath the colored lights. Old men argued baseball by the food stands, and somebody kept feeding quarters into the jukebox near the dance floor. That's where I saw you. Blue dress, white shoes, the kind of smile that makes a young man forget every sentence he'd prepared. I remember thinking, if heaven ever borrowed a summer evening, it might look a little like that. We learned each other slowly, an ice cream shop by the river, the driving movies on Saturday nights, your hand finding mine halfway through a song neither of us admitted we loved. Sometimes we'd talk about leaving town, sometimes we'd swear there wasn't a finer place on earth. At 17, you don't understand time. You only know the moment you're living. Feels too beautiful to end. Oh, first love, it stays where the years can reach, in the smell of fresh rain on warm pavement, in a melody drifting out of an open window, in the soft gold light just before evening settles down. I've walked 1,000 roads since then, but part of me is still that boy standing beside you, believing with all his heart that summer was forever. Then September arrived the way it always does, quietly. No broken promises, no angry words, just two young souls being called toward different horizons. You left for the city, I stayed behind and learned the names of ordinary responsibilities. The world kept opening new doors, and somehow the one we walked through together became a memory before we realized it. Now and then, when an old record crackles in the kitchen, I stop whatever I'm doing. The years fall away, the gray in my beard disappears, and there you are again, laughing at something I've forgotten, turning to look at me as though we had all the time God ever made. Oh, first love, it never has to be returned. It simply lives on, like summer fireflies beyond the fence line, like echoes from a dance hall long since gone. I don't pray for yesterday, I don't wish upon impossible things. I'm only grateful that before life taught me sorrow, it introduced me to you. Some people remember dates, some remember photographs. Me, I remember the color of the evening sky, sound of your name carried gently through a summer that never truly left me. The kettle sings before the daylight comes, same old tune it's known for 30 years. I pour 2 cups out of habit, set one by the window, and watch the morning find its way across the fields. There was a time I measured life in deadlines and miles to go, and promises I kept making to some future version of myself. I ran so hard I nearly missed the seasons changing, spring arriving quietly, summer leaving without goodbye. Funny what a man notices when he finally sits still. I've got nothing left to hurry for, no train to catch, no clock to outrun anymore. Let the sun climb slow, let the neighbors wave from down the road. Let the coffee cool a little in my hands. The world's been turning fine without my worry. These days I'm learning how to turn with it. My garden grows at its own stubborn pace, tomatoes when they're ready, rain when heaven decides. The old dog sleeps beneath the maple tree, waking only to follow me from the porch to the mailbox and back again. Neither of us seems interested in rushing. I've got nothing left to hurry for, and Lord, what a blessing that has become. I spent half my life chasing tomorrow, only to find today was waiting patiently all along. So let the evening come when it chooses, I'll be right here with nowhere better to be. I still remember younger days, engines running, phones ringing, dreams that demanded everything. And maybe they were meant to, maybe every river has to learn its wildness before it learns the beauty of moving gently. To hurry for, the sky is wide, the wind still knows my name. Children laugh somewhere beyond the fences, and supper waits without a single reason to be rushed. If tomorrow comes, I'll greet it gladly. If it takes its time, it's alright too. For the first time in my life, I'm exactly where I am, and that is more than enough. The kettle will sing again tomorrow. The birds will wake before I do. And somewhere between sunrise and sunset, I'll thank the good Lord for teaching me at long last that peace was never far away.
Sunday mornings, he lift me high upon his shoulders toward the morning sky. Mama smiling in her Sunday dress. Lord, back then we still believed in happiness. He knew every hymn by heart, sang louder than the old church choir. And when he laughed, the whole world felt safe and warm to me. My daddy had the gentlest hands. He fixed old trucks and helped our neighbors. He never let a stranger leave hungry, and he loved my mama more than words could say. But whiskey was a different man. It stole his eyes, it stole his voice, and sometimes it stole our home. I hated him on those long dark nights. I hated the shouting, the broken glass, and mama's tears. But every morning after, he'd sit alone upon the porch, crying like a man who didn't understand what he'd become. And Lord, I know now, the whiskey hurt him too. One winter evening, he packed his things. No anger, no excuses. He kissed mama on the forehead, put his old Bible on the kitchen table, and walked into the falling rain. I never saw him again. For years I carried that anger like a stone inside my chest. But time has a way of teaching mercy, because the older the more I remember the man who carried me to church, not the man the whiskey stole away. Wherever you are tonight, Daddy, I hope you found your peace. I hope the Lord has wrapped His arms around you the way you once carried me upon your shoulders. And if heaven keeps old memories, save a place for me beside you. I don't carry hatred anymore, only love, only sorrow, and a prayer that God never stopped watching over the man the whiskey stole. Church bells rolling through the valley. Mama's been awake since sunrise, humming something older than the radio. The smell of apple pie and black coffee drifts all the way to the front porch. Daddy's out there again, rag in one hand, smiling at that old Chevrolet like it's still brand new. And Lord, nobody ever rushed to Sunday on Miller Road. Funny how you never know you're living the good old days until they're gone. Sunday morning, Miller Road, Mama singing, windows open, golden fields, church bells ringing, take me back just once more. Grandma carried her Bible close to her chest. Mr. Wilson raised 2 fingers from his pickup truck. Every single week, never missing a Sunday for 30 years. Kids ran barefoot across the yard, dogs chased absolutely nothing. And somewhere in the kitchen, the laughter spilled louder than the country songs coming from that little radio. Sunday morning, Miller Road, Daddy laughing, screen door swinging, sweet tea waiting, sunlight falling. I swear heaven must feel like home. I've seen cities, I've crossed state lines, watched people chasing bigger dreams, bigger houses, bigger lives. But nothing ever felt richer than those quiet mornings when everybody still sat
around the same table. Oh, Sunday morning, Miller Road, Mama calling from the kitchen, Daddy waving from the driveway. If I could borrow one more day, I'd go back there.
No question,
No regrets,
just church bells.
'cause autumn leaves and the people I still carry inside my heart. Back on old Miller